to another process video from me. I am just quickly showing you this kit from HipKit, and this was the December kit. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so just showing you quickly what it's got in this kit. So I'll just start with these puffy stickers from Evalicious, and has Amy Tangerine bits from her Stitched collection, and Evalicious wood veneers, all different words in there, nothing on the back. Some Amy Tangerine rub-ons, Dear Lizzie thickers, the beautiful thick gold thickers, words on the back, these lovely wood veneer looking thickers, and so that's all the bits and pieces. And then the papers. So we've got this September Skies by Heidi Swap, Pebbles, Happy Day. Actually, I should show you the back as well. And Amy Tangerine Stitched. Still the same collection. So this one is the September Skies by Heidi Swap, and so is the last one. So as you have seen before, I have been using the Amy Tan Stitched collection. So these ones aren't new to me, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I will figure something out. So I will leave you there for now, and I will work out what I'm going to do, and I'll put you on fast forward. So I'm also adding to my kit this leftovers that I have from the November kit. So I've got this piece from Pebbles, and this piece from L Studio, and this one is from Pebbles as well, because you know that there isn't Christmassy, and they will coordinate together, and this beautiful one as well. So I'm going to add those in from my previous kits, and these gold puffy stickers, and whatever else I guess that I might like to add from the kit, and I will let you know during the process video what it is. Okay, so I have my paper selection in front of me, and I'm just cutting through some of these cut apart pieces and choosing which ones I want. I think that I'm going to use this one that says Go Seek Explore, but I end up not using that one. So I'm just having a look at what paper I want to use as my background, and I really like that grey piece with the spots and the hearts, but I would like to mat it on this piece of aqua paper. I'm not going to use that on a Christmas layout, and enough of it will be hidden that you can't tell that it says about North Pole, etc. So it's going to work perfectly for me. And so this layout is going to be predominantly grey with some aqua accents to it. So I've just put some double-sided tape on the back of that piece, and that one was really hard to decide which one I wanted to use because I loved both sides and I didn't get two pieces of paper. So I'm just going to, I know that I just want to use one of those, I'm just trying to think of what size they were, just pulling out my ruler to have a bit of a look. They were about 4 by 4 inch cards. So I want to use one of those to go alongside my photo grid there. And so I'm just laying that down, and I used a piece of that blue paper to mat the photo as well. And I think that I'm going to use these beautiful thickers from Dear Lizzie, but I don't end up using them. So, you know, that sometimes that's how the process goes. You lay things down, pick things out, and then just put them away for use another time. So sometimes you know, the page doesn't come together for me until the last little bit, and I can, you know, really see where I want to go. So some elements stay, they're winners, and others I take off. So that card I just took away, and I've added this one that says you and me. And I'm thinking that I'd like to put those pieces of paper on, but I take them away. And I have another one of those cards that I've just tucked in there with the little arrow on the top, and I cut that in half and put half of it at the top and half of it underneath, and make it look like that it's a, you know, maybe a 4x6 journaling card that is tucked underneath. So just trying some of these little die cut ephemera pieces from the Amy Tangerine collection, and seeing what pieces I want to keep and what pieces I want to put away. So I'm predominantly looking at the bits that are aquarish, and they're the ones that I'm going for. And checking out these little wood veneers as well, and seeing if any of them apply to my page. So I found a couple that I want to use, so I just pull them out and put them to where I think I might like to use them for now, and then I'll go back to adding a little bit of colour to them later on. So I've got that little card there in my hand that says like and dislike, so I'm not sure what I want to do with that at the moment. So I think that I am going to put a few crosses on to show you know, that there are no dislikes about it, but I end up chopping it off, thought it might be too confusing. So here I am, I'm using the thickers, and original title, it's going to be called Lunch Date, and then at Skeeter's. So the restaurant we went to is called Skeeter's, so it's Lunch Date at Skeeter's. So pretty original. I'm not great with doing headlines and titles. I really struggle with them, so a lot of the times I just leave the you know, journaling cards or whatever to speak for me, but this one needed a title, so I've gone with it. And here I am spelling out the at Skeeter's. My computer is having a bit of a lag at the moment, so I'm sorry if I'm not in sync with what's happening, but it's sort of freezing a little bit. It's probably started to do a update without me realizing it. But it seems to be going okay now. So what am I doing? I've got these little tiny letter stickers, and I am spelling out, I can't quite see it, the screen I'm looking at is too small. I think I'm spelling out love, but in the end I didn't like the look of it and having that grey on there, so I have decided to spell love out with these other little stickers, and that works much better, except for I really struggled to get them off the sheet. So I don't know if other people struggle to get things off. I don't know if I'm just clumsy, but sometimes they just stick to my fingers, or they bend up and crease when I'm taking them off, or I pull all the other letters off with them. So rarely do I get to pull one off at a time, usually like a whole row, or a few come with me. So just having a look at some of the rub-ons, thinking that I might like to add a few of those. And there's this lovely little aqua square, but where do I want to put it? So thinking that I might like to put it underneath the mat, but that didn't work, so I'm just putting it aside for now and deciding to stick down. And there my ATG gets all stuck, and so I'm doing my best to fix it up quickly and to keep moving. The ATGs are a little bit temperamental sometimes, and sometimes they work a dream, and other times they like to be a pain. Today was the painful side of ATG use. So here I am, I'm just sticking this card down and just eyeballing it and making sure that it's straight and working out the placement for the word at Skeeter's. So I know that I want Lunch Date to sit on that little area there, like a little shelf. but I'm not sure about the at Skeeters. And I decided to cut that card in half, and I'm going to use that as well, and trying to work out where I want to put that little wood veneer, and I still can't figure it out, so I just stick the whole thing down. So sometimes if I can't figure out the placement of an element, I just do something else and then come back to it. And as you saw, this was only, I came back like really quickly, so I was only stopping one tiny process, and then I figured out where I wanted to put that rub on. So at this point in time, that wood veneer that is sitting on top of the green rub on doesn't stay there. It gets moved around a little bit, and I actually pop that underneath the lunch date section there, and I end up moving that little asterisk off, and I think it was, I can't quite see it, might have been a little star or a little something, I don't know what it was, and I put a little love heart in that spot. And what am I doing? Okay, I'm colouring the wood veneer with my Prima chalk ink, and I've got it just on a little bit of plastic packaging, so don't worry, I haven't done it straight on top of my photos. I'm not getting ink everywhere, and I'm just trying to work out placement. So when I put it on, I didn't really like it. It was a little bit dark, so all I did was wipe over them with a baby wipe and took some of the ink off, and that made the colour a little bit more pale, and then I could see the wood grain underneath. So that was a nice little thing to discover, that you can actually remove some of the ink off those wood veneers before it's too late. So I've got the love photo wood veneer at the top next to lunch date, and I'm going to put that snapshot of us little banner underneath the lunch date, and I'm going to keep that little banner piece with the love heart where it is. So at this point in time, I'm thinking that I would like to add a little bit more colour to the layout, and I'm going to rub one of these circle elements onto the page. So all I did was cut it in half so that I could use half of it in one place and the other half in another place, and that way I'm getting to add 2 pops of colour to the page. So I didn't want to have 2 green pieces up the top and then no green on the bottom, so I've just put one at the top and one at the bottom, and your eye can flow from left to right and see those. And I decided to put that gold feather up the top for no other reason than it's cute and it's gold, and I want to add a couple of gold elements to the page. So trying to work a place out for the gold camera as well, but there isn't a place to add it, so I just leave it be and I just rub that on. And like I've said before, these beautiful rub-ons, lovely. They rub on so easily, so smoothly, so take no effort or time at all. So just unclogging the glossy accents to actually commit to sticking these wood veneer pieces down, and the glossy accents holds really, really well, and once it's dried they aren't going to move anywhere. And just still fiddling there, trying to decide if that's where I want to put my little subtitle at Skeeters, and it is. So I just put the gold, a little bit of gold down the bottom as well. So that's in more than one place on the page, and I'm just spelling out my word backwards because I'm happy for it to nestle into that little gap there, and if I spell it out backwards then I know it's all going to fit. So this is where I think that I'm grabbing the little puffy stickers, and I've got the gold ones from last month's kit, so the November kit, and I'm putting a few of the little love hearts and little circles around the page. So there were a couple of little circle elements on this month's puffy stickers, and so they fitted perfectly into those little white circles on the background paper. So instead of pulling out some enamel dots, I've just used these as a little bit of an embellishment, and some of the gold ones. So continuing on the gold from the feather and the little arrow, I'm putting the gold love hearts and circles, and just checking it out to see whether there's anywhere else that I might like to add something, and tried to get that little arrow to work, but I put it away. And Yep, I'm looking, thinking, see myself tapping my fingers, which means that I'm thinking it's finished and what else would I like, and I'm just getting my black ink on. So this is where I will say goodbye, and I will leave you with some stills at the end, and thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye!